This is an update on the pond with no pump wine barrel experiment. I set this one up back in October 2021. It's been sitting here for about 15 months, so I thought we'd take a look at it and see how it's performed. G'day, my name is Kev. The aim of my channel is to help people build and maintain ponds and water gardens without spending a fortune. If that sounds like something that interests you, you might like to subscribe and check out my website, ozponds.com. So this is the pond 15 months ago. It's pretty much the day I set it up. I created a false bottom and used a biocenosis clarification basket, or BCB for short. Basically, it's just a type of filter that encourages anoxic conditions. You can see how all that was set up in the build video, so I won't bore you with all those details here. I'll link that video in the description if you haven't already seen it or you want to re-jog your memory. I also added in plants. The tall grassy things are tassel cord rush. In the substrate I planted eelgrass and water fringe, and in the BCB a pink hardy water lily. I added in 2 white cloud mountain minnows almost instantly, and then waited a few weeks and added in some Japanese rice fish. This is how the water looked back then, nice and clear, and the plants are nice and fresh. This is how it looks today. The plants have grown a lot, except the tassel cord rushes died. Well, maybe someone cut them back hard right before winter. I also added in a little water lettuce to hopefully encourage some rice fish spawning. I've been having an issue with the neighbourhood heron, who's very impressed with my yard and the smorgasbord on offer. Well, about 2 weeks ago, he or she hit this pond. But happily not before his or her meal had spawned. This is what I love about creating little ecosystems. All is never lost. In fact, there's more fish in here now than initially. They're just a lot smaller. You can see the water clarity is still reasonable, but there is a bit of algae and decaying plant material. Here's a look below the surface. It's a real paradise for baby fish. So I've done hardly anything to the pond in the 15 months. Oh, I think I just saw an adult rice fish the heron left me. At the moment it's summer, the plants are growing quick and the bacteria are active, so I haven't needed to pull out any algae. I've left it and the decaying material to encourage other organisms that the baby fish will feed on. I thought I had some footage from winter, but I can't find it. Anyway, during winter and early spring, I was removing the build-up of algae weekly. Of course, that's not very hard in a pond this size. So apart from pulling out a bit of algae and topping up the water, I've done nothing. I don't do water changes and I don't feed the fish. I would say that on this pond, the BCB and the false bottom have been a success. Of course, if you want really good water clarity, you can't beat circulating water through a bog filter. At least that's my opinion. This is another wine barrel pond, and it's been up and running for 3 or 4 years. It has a tiny pump on it, drawing 5 watts per hour, so it costs bugger all to run. Again, no water changes, just water top-ups. The fish in this pond do get fed, as there's more in here, so I need to supplement the feeding. I'll put a link on how this pond was built also, if you're interested. There's lots of videos on the channel now if you want to learn more about filtering a pond or creating an awesome little ecosystem in your yard. And there's lots of helpful articles on my website. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to tickle the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching. See ya.